Hi friends, it's getting a little colder outside, so I thought we would do a little experiment on how and why water freezes. So what I did here is I filled 3 cups with 3 different types of water. I have cold water, warm water, and salt water. And we're going to put them in the freezer and we're going to see what happens to them. Some of the supplies that you're going to need are cups or some water balloons, a measuring cup, salt, a permanent marker, measuring tape, maybe something to help put the salt in your balloons if you're choosing to use balloons. Have you ever wondered why icebergs freeze but the ocean water doesn't? Or have you ever wondered why in your cup of soda or water the ice floats on top and it's not down at the bottom? This experiment is going to help us with some of those questions that we might have. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to take some cups, we're going to label them with the water, cold, we're going to measure to see where their mark is. We can also put a cup of, or a measuring cup and measure how much water we want to put in. It's up to your choice of what you want to do with that one. Or you can do like I did here. We filled some water balloons and I put them in the freezer, and when I put them in the freezer, I wrote on them that this was the cold water, and how big it was in the diameter. When you go to mix your water, I just use plain regular cold water for this cup. I did get the tap water hot to fill this cup up. And with the salt water, I just put like a tablespoon of salt in there with a little bit of warm water, and then I added some cold to it so we could see what would happen. I then placed the cups in the freezer. I found a nice flat spot where I could see that they would be able to freeze well for us. And then I put them in the freezer. You're going to want to check on them about every 10 to 15 minutes to see how fast they are freezing. During this time, you're going to want to think about some questions you're going to want to ask about the water. You're going to want to make some predictions about what will happen to the cold water. Some questions that you might want to consider would be, how fast is this water going to freeze? Is it going to change in color? Is it going to change in sight? Is it going to change in weight? You can even taste the water to see if it's changed in flavor. The only thing that we have added to this water is salt, and that's what you would normally use in food, so it is safe for you to taste this experiment. So after about an hour to 3 hours, you want to check on your ice that's in the freezer and see what's happened to it. You're going to pull it out, and then you're going to want to do some post measurements to see what has changed and see if your predictions have come true or not. As always, thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy this STEM activity.